did you hear? Gamescom is going on in Germany and Sony had a ton to talk about. This morning, Sony held its annual Gamescom press conference in Germany, and when the cameraman wasn't pulling focus on people on stage, cutting to shots of the crowd instead of the games being talked about, or focusing in on someone playing a game in complete darkness, while brand new, never before seen gameplay footage is happening on the stage directly behind the guy, I'm up here by the way, Sony detailed more of its plans for both the Vita and the PS4. Let's start with the Vita. First things first, beginning today, the Vita will get a much needed price drop to $199 in North America and 199 euros in European countries. This puts the handheld at the same price point as Nintendo's 3DS XL. What can you play on your cheaper Vita? How about Borderlands 2? You guys want some indie games? Vita's got those too with Fez, Big Fest, Murasaki Baby, Hotline Miami 2, Wrong Number, Volume, The Binding of Isaac, Rebirth, Starbound, and Rogue Legacy all coming to the handheld. The PS4 is also getting a ton of newly announced indies like Helldivers, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, Rime, and N++, in addition to the aforementioned indie Vita games. Also announced was the free-to-play MMO launch title War Thunder, which is like if World of Tanks had a baby with World of Planes, but it was conceived during an orgy with a battleship and a couple of Jeeps in the room. Sony also showed off remote play for the PS4 and Vita, which is pretty similar to how the Wii U already works, and then touted the ability to play your own music in any PS4 game, which the Xbox 360 has been doing for like 8 years now. They also briefly touched on Twitch TV and other apps and didn't say the word Gaikai once. And it wouldn't be a Sony press conference if they didn't take a swipe at Microsoft, with Andrew House getting on stage to talk about how others have shifted their message and changed their story, whereas Sony has remained consistent in maintaining policies and a model that was fair and in tune with consumer desires.
And while others have shifted their message and changed their story, we were consistent in maintaining policies and a model that is fair and in tune with consumer desires.
Sony also touched on a program which is kind of similar to what Microsoft and Amazon are doing with 360 and Xbox One titles. For people who purchase PS3 versions of launch titles that are available on the PS4, they can receive a digital copy of the PS4 version at a deeply discounted rate. Also, if you love different colored controllers, Sony is launching the PS4 with 3, coming Jet Black, Magma Red, and Wave Blue, and they're available in Europe on November 29th and North America later this year. So when is the PS4 actually launching? Well, the PlayStation 4 will be available in North America on November 15th and in Europe on November 29th. So what did you guys think of Sony's press conference? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. For TFN, I'm Scott Bromley saying, seriously, Sony, why'd you keep on cutting to the crowd? Is there something cool out there that we didn't see, that we weren't being able to see, that your camera guy could see? He's like, oh man, they gotta see the back of this dude's head. It's hilarious. It wasn't. This morning, Sony held its annual Gamescom press conference in Germany, and when the cameraman wasn't pulling focus on people on stage, waiting for a motorcycle to drive by, or off inside of his little bird's nest, shit was going down.